The Joe Rogan Experience.
So we were just singing Jon Stewart's praises before this started, but I'm so happy he's back at The Daily Show, and I'm so happy he makes fun of everything, and I'm so happy he still makes dick jokes.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun. It's like The Daily Show seems like The Daily Show again. Like, that guy's a very unique dude, very unique person, and one of the most important, like, pieces to, like, unify everybody. He's reasonable. Like, he gets the whole big picture. Like, let's stop being so fucking ridiculously tribal.
In the morning meeting, he'll come in, and we're all sitting there, the writers, and he just kind of shuts the door behind him, and we start talking. But it's like a conversation with a college professor, but he's in charge, and it's beautiful. All sides. This, I disagree with that. What about this? And it's like, oh wow, it's really fun to be a part of. And then someone will yell out a dick joke, and then that joke will make it to the show too. You know, it's like smart things and dumb things. That's beautiful.
Well, he's never abandoned being a real comic.
Correct.
You know, which is what got him to the dance in the first place. So he's always has those instincts, and he's the very best at like holding a line and like making something like even more preposterous just with a facial expression.
Correct. Yep.
And pointing out like these fucking unbelievably ridiculous in-your-face hypocrisies that we see every day from both sides.
Yeah, from both sides. Have you ever done stand-up with him?
Oh yeah, we've done stuff together, like back in the day. Yeah, I can't remember the last time. I was supposed to do something with him at one of Dave's things that he was doing outside back in the day, but I never wound up doing it. But I definitely did stand up with him in the clubs back in New York, and I knew him way back in the day. He was on MTV.
Yeah, I remember that, and I think I remember one of his books was called Naked Pictures of Famous People, which was great.
He's a solid guy. Like he's a solid guy. I don't always agree with him, but I don't always agree with everybody. I don't even agree with me.
Isn't that good? I mean, isn't that the point of this? It's like you want a couple people to be mad sometimes.
I also think we all, as human beings, need to be divorced from our ideas.
Okay.
Your ideas are not you. You are you. And ideas are things that you should consider.
Right.
Ideas are something that you should, I mean, if it's going to have some sort of a real physical impact on your life and your family and your family's life and people you care about, I understand. I understand why you get connected to things like that.
Right.
But for the most part, most of these ideas don't affect you. A lot of them don't. And yet we're so ideologically captured that we fight for these ideas as if it's our very nature.
Right.
You're talking about your essence as a human being. And it's stupid.
This reminds me of a time I left my joke book on a train in New York. And in the joke book I have, this book is important to me, call me if you get this, you know. And this guy texts me and he says, I have this joke book. And, you know, talk about your ideas.
Yeah.
The joke book is the most unfiltered, dumb idea ever.
Oh, yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I'm sure he's reading it. Why, you know, you're going to read it. You're going to read a stranger's joke book. And I connected with him. He was very kind. He gave it to me. But he kind of looked at me like, are you a comedian type thing? And I said, yeah. But it's terrifying when that idea gets attached to you when it was just a fleeting idea.
Yeah. We love telling people what we believe.
And it's very important that we feel like we have beliefs, and it's when we start sharing them that
well, you find out other people don't agree.
You find out other people might not agree with you. And this gets back to grit and toughness. And
well, this also gets back to the importance of your show, The Daily Show. Because The Daily Show, especially under the tutelage of Jon Stewart when he's running the helm, it's so balanced at pointing out ridiculous shit all over the place, which I think is so important.
That's the goal. That's the aim.
So smart.
And when we do it right, I love it. And you know, it is every day. So sometimes you do it right and you're thankful, you pat yourself on the back, but guess what? There's a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think we benefit, man, when I host so many questions, I'll take questions from the audience, and so many people go like, Michael, how do you hold yourself to journalistic integrity and I go, what? I'm a fucking comedian. This is on Comedy Central. I'm not a journalist.
Integrity.
The fact that just because you see us as informative, which I'm thankful for, and the fact that you come to us for information, which I'm thankful for, but
it's a little terrifying though, right?
Don't ever forget, lady, I'm not a journalist.
Yeah.
I'm not in, the war zone. I'm a clown.
Yes.
My job is to put all this shit into a comedy machine and crank out some type of sausage and feed it to you. But it's nuts that
Comedy Central, Daily Show is considered journalism.
Yeah, or people will stop me on the subway and go like, "Thank you for what you're doing," and I'm going, I'm trying to just make you laugh. Is that what you mean? It's not what they mean though. They mean like
fighting the good fight,
fighting the fight, decompressing the
fascists.
Right, and also, comedy, as we've talked about, is one of the only places that can challenge and speak to power truthfully.
Yeah, and comedy also can make you consider something. So, like, if you have an opinion and you go out there and state your opinion eloquently, I could be there, well, I disagree. I have a different opinion.
Yep.
But if you go out there with that opinion, you make me laugh
Yep.
with something I don't even necessarily agree with.
Dude, that's the best.
And then you can go, oh, he's got a fucking point. He's got a fucking point.
That is the magic trick.
Yes,
That's the magic trick of comedy. And and the Daily Show does that great. But I remember one time sitting with my wife at the Comedy Store. Tiger Woods had just like, all of that shit came out. The cheating, the voicemails. I mean, he was like, maybe arguably one of the more promiscuous husbands of all time. And Burr goes up and he starts defending Tiger, right? And I'm feeling my wife's energy. Like, I'm like, Bill, don't do this, dude. Yeah. Like, you're defending this guy who is in the heat of all the hatred. And as I watch the joke, I feel her relax. Now at the end, she's laughing. And I'm like, you just did the fucking magic trick, dude.
Yes.
You did the trick.
He's one of the best at it.
You took the level of difficulty at its highest.
Yeah.
All of us were against you. You did it. And that's the shit. That's as close to magic as there is, man.